Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle for loss goes to Bruce Smith. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Greer. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He'll buy some time right. The ball comes out. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That's laid out deep for Rice. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The former Cowboy, Deion Sanders, in on the tackle. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up. And avoids the turnover.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. We're scoreless after 1.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 2nd down, Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Your 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 4th down, Greer. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They run out of the... And he loses the football a second time. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Pickett to throw on first down. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Jerry Rice. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to them all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way.
A.J. Klein on the tackle there. Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
You ain't going nowhere. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. It's our field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Kadarius Toney as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They fake the handoff, now Greer. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A final shot before the break, Greer. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself,
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Jerry Rice, 65 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Young wasting no time, right to the air. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Herbert. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 2nd down and 6 now. Up the middle they go with Gore. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Gore. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Mayer. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. From the 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Off the play fake, Young. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it in.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
They've certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
It's Young off play action. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action. Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for Young. Eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a give up the middle to Bettis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Young. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kadarius Toney from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are an extra point away now. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught in the end zone. So it goes for 2 points on the fake and gives them a lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Pickett lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. They find some open field here. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. There he goes left side. Look at him go inside the 30.
I'm going to get my swag right now.
He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Now 2nd and 9. Young will set to throw. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bruce Smith, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Young to throw it. He's got Smith here. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On first down, it's Gore. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And down inside the 15 he goes. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They work now on 2nd and 9. Herbert once more. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Young. That's laid out deep for Rice. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
This now a 3rd and 4. On the handoff, it's Gore. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game
Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And how about the burst here to begin the drive? Another big gain on the ground. This one good for 17 more. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Stevenson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play fake, now Young. And that'll be incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Set the tone, defense.
Hey, go steal. Fight, 97. Ready, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Gore again here on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Young. Well, this is caught by Williams. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. Young now. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Yeah, touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson, 31 yards. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. First down, Young. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now Young going to move him around. On second down, Swift. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Throwing, Young. Rolling to his right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the red zone now, Young. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Hey, Mike. Right here, right here. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go. Bang, 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 bang.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Hut.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. And it's intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. Breaks through the contact. And the Patriots will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Young. This is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die. Young is intercepted for the third time this game. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Allen. This one left side, caught by Patterson. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 4. Straight ahead at Stevenson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From midfield, here's Allen. Caught left side, Hopkins. 20. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Gesicki, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Young to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw, Young. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Young's throw there taken in by Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, Young. Flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Set hut, 10 black.
Young on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.